Hi there, I'm Cody, pronouns em, ers, or zem, zers, or really any neo-pronouns that aren't z, her, hers. This is my first foray into TikTok. I come from the world of Instagram, where I had decided at one point that I was going to micro-vlog my gender transition, which might be the most pretentious thing I have ever said or tried to do. But I really just want to introduce myself and open myself up for questions. So again, hi, I'm Cody. I am a white transmasculine femme non-binary, temporarily mostly able-bodied, neurodivergent, obsessive-compulsive, chronically ill, culturally Jewish, Unitarian Universalist, non-monogamous, demi-low romantic, gray demi-bisexual, survivor of acute and complex trauma, millennial, and cat parent in mental health recovery. My identities are fluid and ever-changing and don't like boundaries, and I just want to open myself up as a resource. If you have any questions, please ask.
What the hell did you just say?
I am a white transmasculine femme non-binary, temporarily mostly able-bodied, neurodivergent, obsessive-compulsive, chronically ill, culturally Jewish, Unitarian Universalist, non-monogamous, demi-low romantic, gray demi-bisexual, survivor of acute and complex trauma, millennial, and cat parent in mental health recovery.
What the f*** does that mean?
Now, I have absolutely no idea who that young lady, Cody, we just heard from in the first clip is, or what she's been through. So I'm not trying to sound mean or insensitive here, but let me just say this. Experts say that the vast majority of these mental health issues these young people on TikTok claim to have are self-diagnosed. And also, Cody belongs to a group of people that claim if you misgender them or use the wrong pronouns, that causes trauma. Anyway, welcome back. Thank you guys so much for joining me. So I have a fairly quick and very crazy Clown World update for you guys today. And as usual, we have no time to waste. So let's get into it. Now, if you place your attention on the screen for a moment. So this slightly husky fella wrapped in the trans flag is former UK Green Party candidate Melissa Poulton. Now, Melissa is a biological man that identifies as a trans woman. And as you can see on his t-shirt there, calls himself a lesbian. Now, my only question is, why would anybody vote for this?
What is your f***ing problem, man? Huh?
All right, let's keep it moving with this young lady who is going to tell us her top 3 reasons why she is voting for Kamala Harris for president. Now, the fact that there are millions of women in this country who think exactly like she does and are going to vote this year is terrifying. Roll it.
People keep asking me why I'm voting for Kamala Harris. 1, she's a woman. 2, she's biracial, black and Indian. 3, Taylor Swift just endorsed her.
You are so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
So that young lady doesn't care about policy positions. She cares nothing about the southern border of the economy. She only cares that Kamala Harris is a biracial woman who was endorsed by Taylor Swift. That, my friend, is identity politics mixed with liberal logic. Anyway, next up we have this lovely lady who claims that Republicans just flat out hate women. Roll it.
I'm having flashbacks to 2016 when all I heard was, I don't have an issue with a woman being president, just not that woman. Not that woman. How many times do we hear that in 2016? Oh, and it's all coming back. It's all coming back, not that woman. So the people who are saying not that woman, I'm sure said that about Hillary as well. And my question is, which woman would it take for you to vote for? Would it have to be a Republican woman? Because I don't think that's ever going to happen, because Republicans hate women, regardless of whether you agree or not. It's just a fact. They hate women. They picked a convicted felon, wannabe dictator over a woman to represent them. So keep waiting.
You see that?
That's a stupid bitch.
All right, next up we have this young fellow who, after watching this clip, I'm fairly convinced is a troll. Now, we've seen a couple of his videos here in the past, and each one just gets a little more absurd. But after watching this one, the only conclusion one could come to is that he's trolling us. No one could be this ridiculous. Or could they? Roll it.
A really great hack for being super informed is to listen to celebrities. Listen to your favorite celebrities' opinions and views. Because celebrities are very time rich, very information rich in ways that you probably are not. You have to work 9 to 5. All of your time is work, commute. But celebrities have the time to invest in correlating trusted news sources, fact-checked information to form an opinion that has to align with their brand. And so the consequences of having the wrong opinion or an opinion based on falsities or misinformation is very high. So when I want to form an opinion or know how to vote or what my view should be on the environment or social justice or personal matters, I look to my favorite celebrity. Because I know that I trust my favorite celebrity because they're my favorite celebrity because I love them, because I trust them. So I just look at what they think, and that is enough for me to form my opinion.
Are you actually this stupid?
All right, next up we have this bearded fellow who is a little upset that he got sir'd at the pharmacy today. So someone correctly called him sir, and he didn't like that. Roll it.
So I got served today at the pharmacy.
Excuse me, it's ma'am. It is ma'am.
And I'm not saying men can't look like this because please go off, kings. But like, I'm not doing damage to masculinity. I think y'all are when you serve me, when you call me a man, right? Like, I'm not a man. Don't consider me for the pool of men. And maybe the people who are like, oh, masculinity's in decline. Well, stop thinking I'm doing anything with it. I'm not part of that equation. Count me out.
What did you say?
I'm not a man.
What the f*** are you talking about, man?
And next up, we have this individual who is a biological man that identifies as a trans woman and claims to be better looking than natural-born women. Then he says he is a natural-born woman. Roll it.
You could have the highest paying job
Whoa, you have a deep voice.
that you could ever think of and work your entire life striving to get that job. And I can turn around and make one advertisement on any service that I want online. And within 10 hours, I say 10 hours conservatively, literally 2, and have a man that's willing to marry me and give me whatever the I want. But I don't play that game. You're just jealous? Because I'm better looking than you. And you're a natural born woman. But here's the thing. So am I.
What are you talking about? You're delusional.
Hey guys, real quick, before we go any further, I want to give a huge shout out to the sponsors of today's video. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to let this loop on the screen. Now, all I can say is, I hope this fella lost a bet. Anyway, today's video is being brought to us by our first sponsor is Pastor Bob Rogers. Pastor Bob, thank you so much, sir, for sponsoring today's video. I really appreciate the support. And our second sponsor is the Etsy store, Red Clover Fields. Now, many of you know that is my wife's Etsy store, and she's got some fantastic stuff on her website, stuff I use every day, and I swear by it. So if you're looking to take control of your health, maybe get away from some big pharma products and look for some more natural remedies, definitely go peruse her store. I will put a link to that in the description box below. And also, I want to give a big shout out to today's honorable mention, Felicia B, for leaving a super thanks on the last video. So Felicia, thank you so much. I really appreciate the support. So once again, today's video sponsors are Pastor Bob Rogers in the Etsy store, Red Clover Fields, with the honorable mention going to Felicia B. Now, if you'd like to sponsor the next video and help support the channel, there is a PayPal link in the description box below, and I will say your full name as a sponsor of said video unless stated otherwise by you. All right, enough of this. Get this off the screen, please. Ugh.
You look ridiculous.
Now, this next clip is some kind of Zoom meeting, and I'm not exactly sure where it is or why it's happening, but it reminds me of the clip we saw just a minute ago where that pink-haired fella said he was a natural-born woman. Now, this clip is kind of long. It's about 3 minutes long, but it is very telling. It shows you what kind of bullies these people are. Roll it.
I'm going to throw it over to Victoria now, and she'll just touch on a little bit more about that.
Hi, Jennifer. I really want to thank you for meeting with us today and taking the time to try to signal that this is more of a priority for you.
Absolutely. Delighted to meet with you all.
Yeah, thanks for having us. Before I would ever say, though, that this was a productive meeting and be counted to the list of contacts that you've reached out to in the queer community, I have to know a few things of where you sit. Will you state on the record right now that trans women are women?
I've never been asked that before.
Will you say that on the record right now?
No, I want to have some time to think on that.
Okay, well, that's me. Have a great day. And I will be speaking out against this meeting because you are clearly not ready to have this. So I'm not going to be added to the list of meetings that you are going to have with people where you say, well, I met this person and this person, because no. You can't say I've had these consultations and use that as justification for you to work your way back into caucus, which is why we know you're really here. This only happens. This meeting is only happening because you're on Twitter, in the Twitter sphere, and people are debating whether or not you're going to be led back into caucus, and Premier Smith is debating that. And so you need to do some PR work. And I'm not going to be your Band-Aid. I'm not going to be your pink washing unless you can tell me right now that you believe that I, as a trans woman, right now, right here, am a woman, then we don't have a lot to work on here. You want to talk about listening to the community? If you can't start with that basic foundational principle that we are who we say we are in our bones, then I don't think we're on the same page for working forward. So I'll give you one last chance. Are trans women women? Will you say that on the record right now?
Victoria, we can disagree on things. And
not on that. Not on my identity. No. Not on that.
And I can still care about you, even if we disagree.
Wonderful. But I will be speaking out against this meeting 100% if you can't say that right now, because I'm not going to have you add my name to the list of meetings that you've had to show that you're, quote, doing the work, because you're not doing the work. The work is the inner work. You're learning the outer work. You're learning what you're allowed to say in public and what you're not, so you don't get in this situation again, because you got caught saying what you really thought. And you did think that. But you haven't shown that you've changed. Because if you can't respect us, then how can I work with you? If you don't believe that I am a woman sitting right here, right now, how on earth are you saying that you're working with me? What work have you done then if you can't start with, yes, Victoria, you are a woman?
Can we disagree and still respect each other?
No. Goodbye.
This guy's a serious asshole.
Now, one of the things that is kind of a bummer about the current times we are living in is there are hardly ever any good movies made anymore. Everything's woke and politically correct, and they're worried about representation and not offending anybody. It's nonsense. So here we have a clip from Variety where this fella is interviewing this young lady about Marvel's new movie, Agatha, which I've never heard of. It sounds like it's all about gay stuff. Roll it.
That Agatha is the gayest project Marvel has ever done. Agree?
I would agree with that, yeah.
Why is it?
You'll see. You'll see when you watch it. But, you know, I think witches are queer inherently just because we are outcast and, like, set aside for many reasons. And I think this show shows a really good representation of different types of people and that we can all use the power we have within to, like, go forth and be great.
I find it disgusting. Men kissing men, holding hands in the street. Every TV show now, they rub your nose in it.
All right, guys, we're going to be wrapping it up with this viral clip of Hillary Clinton on Rachel Maddow's show saying that anyone boosting Trump and spreading right-wing propaganda should be civilly and possibly criminally charged. What about the mainstream media? They're the biggest spreaders of propaganda out there. Anyway, things are clearly getting very crazy out there, guys, so please take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Till next time, love you guys. Peace. Roll it.
And boosting Trump back in 2016. But I also think there are Americans who are engaged in this kind of propaganda. And whether they should be civilly or even in some cases criminally charged is something that would be a better deterrence.
What did you say? What the f did you just say?
But I also think there are Americans who are engaged in this kind of propaganda. And whether they should be civilly or even in some cases criminally charged is something that would be a better deterrence.
Shut up, bitch! And you ain't black.